Hello, I'm John Lord. There's been some issues and concerns brought to my attention, so I am here to find out what is going on at the Midfield Mobile Home Park.
Doesn't start, I go and start for, we all help, we all do it together, we all know, I know everybody else,
Strong community.
Oh yeah.
People helping people,
If
exactly.
you go, say you're living next door, if you go on a holiday, there's somebody checking your place until you come back. Every day. There isn't a place in here that doesn't get that.
Yeah.
It's a safe community and we care for each other. Really care for each other here.
It's been hard on me because I don't know, and the wife, we don't know what's that,
Yeah, a lot of stress.
Yeah, a lot of stress, We're going to lose everything. That's what I think. I think probably have to walk away from these things. Oh, it's been rough on her. Very rough on her. She cry 90% of the time. Yeah, it's rough. It's been rough on us. We don't know where we stand, Yeah. And then she told me today, she says, if something does happen to me, how am I going to get around? She doesn't drive. I wish I could tell you more, but I don't know what we are going to do. Yeah. My building needs some work, but I don't want to spend the money. I don't know where I'm going to be. I need a new furnace. My furnace is constantly going out, and there's $3,000 right there. I would put the furnace in there, yeah, but if I lose the place, why put $3,000 for nothing? And I figure, well, we buy this place and we stay here, and this will be the rest of our life here. They were showing us a picture of an open area. It's got about, I don't know how many sour gas line in there. They won't put any, apparently from what I hear, they won't put any solid foundation down there because of the gas. The sour gas, so they're going to put us out there.
Yeah,
what kind of reasoning is that?
Yeah, there's nothing out there right now.
No, there's nothing out there. We can't even get on 16th Avenue. We have to go, if we do get there, we have to go all the way up on 84 to 17 come back to 68, that's the only shopping center there is there. And not only that, a lot of people had a heart attack when as soon as they found out they were going to be chased out of here, Some had heart attacks, some is sick, some have died. Even if I wanted to sell, I paid $56,000 for this thing. I couldn't even get $5,000 for it now. Nobody will buy it, if I want to move out. We're pretty well stuck on this place so bad. Somebody must be behind this. Somebody must have offered somebody some money for this, That's the only thing I can see. There must be somebody that won this place pretty bad. They want to kick us out. The city council that we got now, they don't seem to care about the average Joe. All it is money, 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 money. They can spend $30 million on a stupid bridge. They say the infrastructure here, because there's nothing wrong with the infrastructure in here. I don't think we had a break. We had 2 or 3 breaks in the last 5 years, I think. That's all. That when the economy went kind of a bust there for a while.
Yeah.
Everything kind of slowed down, there was no problem. As soon as the things start coming up again, bang, bang, we get these notes in our thing, you got to do this, you're going to be that, what the world going on? We don't know, I was talking to a lady that, she works at the RCMP place there, it's still open, they're still doing some repair on wrecked vehicle or something, you know. And she said, well, as far as we know, we were told it was sold. The whole area has been sold. Well, who sold it? Who's buying it? Who sold it? For me to start all over again on a mortgage, you know what I mean? I'm 75 years old almost. You know, I can't go at the bank and, you know, get a mortgage. After all the time that I did what I did for the city, I worked for the city, I worked for my country, and now this is what I'm getting? This is how they're treating me? I wish I could tell you more, but I don't know what we are going to do.
They had to take a few trees out here, and they said the trees were getting into the sewer, so we're going to have to close the park, and that. Then it went along.
So it was the storm sewer pipes and the infrastructure.
The people that are interviewing over there said, well, have you got family in the city? And the answer was yes, I have a daughter here. Well, go and ask them if you can move in with them. Now, come on.
Interview him, and he's in his 80s, and he has a sister in her late 80s that lives in BC, and they asked him if he knew anybody, and he says, I have a sister in BC, and he got a piece of paper down on this is where she lives, and they phoned her to see if she'd take him in.
Really?
You know, come on. That's
Really?
serious.
They phoned her?
And you question that should
mean,
be
there's-
asked, is why were they digging every month in here when they were trying to get us out of here, and then all of a sudden it died for 4 years? What happened? They didn't fix it. It just fixed itself.
But one of the things, the big reasons I always use, I said in that time when the property rates were all high, I said every time a developer drove down 16th Avenue, came by this park, there was dollar signs flashing in front of his eyes. So I could never get an answer, of course, on that, but I'm sure there was some heads of
Some interest
companies
being
that
expressed.
were putting on the mayor's office and
They have a water main break, for example. Some other place, they fix it in 2 days. We've had some sitting here for 2 weeks with a hole in it. And had a 92-year-old lady living in the place. She couldn't get no water and use the toilet. And they told her to use a pot.
Okay, so what were you told was the reason this had to happen?
Because of the infrastructure. The infrastructure in this park is outlived its use.
That's what you're told. Do you believe that?
No. If that's the case, I was born and raised in Inglewood, and I'm over 70, so that infrastructure should be no good either. Doesn't make sense. This whole thing doesn't make sense. I mean, there's no senior housing now. And in 2.5 years from now, there'll be even less because there's more seniors. Obviously, they figure more taxes for them is worth more than what the senior citizens are, or the people in this park are worth, whether they're seniors or not. Well, whenever we ask questions, they don't give us any answers. They just say they don't know, or it's coming in this letter, or they'll get back to us. Definitely, I think that they want this property for gain, just to gain more taxes. Because why else would they put us out? They're not closing Inglewood, they're not closing Renfrew, and they were all here before us. And that's, you know, if our infrastructure's bad, why isn't theirs bad?
But there's World War II veterans down the road, you know, and that's not fair to them.
Simon down here is a Korean War vet.
So we have veterans. That's just the whole thing.
I spent 9 years in Germany in the Air Force.
All has to
I
be
spent
cleaned up.
20 years in the service and served this country and to get treated like a piece of garbage. I'm sorry. I don't buy that.
I'm John Lord, and it seems to me there's some serious questions and issues being raised here. Has this provoked any questions in your mind?